and welcome to Superhero STEAM Night. We are really excited to do some amazing superhero-themed activities with you all. My name is Miss WIltrout, and I'm going to be one of your superheroes for tonight. And we also have Super Miss Martinez, who is going to lead a few activities as well. So without further ado, our first activity of the night is going to be growing kryptonite. If you're not familiar, kryptonite actually comes from the Superman comic books. Superman is this amazing superhero. He has so many incredible powers. He can fly, he has laser beams, heat vision that comes from his eyes, he even has super strength. But he has one major weakness, kryptonite. So we are actually going to be growing our own kryptonite crystals tonight in this video. You're going to need a jar, you're going to need some Epsom salt, hot water, and a refrigerator. If you need, you can pause the video now to go ahead and grab those materials. Once you have them, we can get started. All right, my friends, let's go ahead and get started with our growing kryptonite crystal activity. The first thing we have here is some hot water in a jar. So we can see our hot water. If you need help, make sure you ask an adult to get your water nice and warm. I'm going to take some of my hot water and I'm going to move it into a smaller container because we only need a little bit of water to make this activity work. So I'm going to take a little water. Remember, this is hot water. Thank you, Miss Martinez. You're a super sidekick. I'm going to put my water into the smaller container. And now I'm going to take my Epsom salt and I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt, and I'm going to add it to my water. If you don't have any measuring spoons, that is okay. You can always just kind of look at the way that our water looks now. It is a little bit cloudy. We're going to stir it up so that the crystals salt starts to dissolve. So it's nice and cloudy. Very nice. Now for some extra fun, we're also going to add a little bit of food coloring, so a little bit of dye into our creations. That way our crystals have a little bit of a tint on them. I'm gonna add 1 drop. Blink. I'm gonna stir it up again, or Miss Martinez is going to help me, thank you. That way when it's all done, we start to have this beautiful green tint on our crystals. The next step is very important as well. We're going to go put this into the refrigerator.
the green.
Oh no.
And the green screen.
Oh, the green and the green screen. That's so silly. Well, that's okay. Now we know for our live video, we're going to change up the colors a little bit. But for now, you get the idea that inside of here is a green water with our Epsom salt. The next step is really important. We're actually going to put this into the refrigerator. So our water right now is really, really hot. And it has that Epsom salt that has started to dissolve in the water. When water is really, really hot, all the molecules that water is made of are moving super fast. So we're going to put them into the refrigerator so that they start to go really slowly. Now, when they start to slow down, all of the salt crystals that are inside, they're going to buddy up and start to create their own crystals. And that's the crystals that we are going to be able to see. So we're going to go ahead and put this into the refrigerator. And at the end, we'll be able to show you some old samples that we've made before. Yours is going to take probably a day or so for it to really start to form the crystals. Miss Martinez and I made some examples for you that I'll show you at the end. All right, my dears. Now Miss Martinez has another activity that she is going to show you guys. That's one of my favorites. Miss Martinez?
All right. So one of my favorite superheroes is the X-Men known as Storm. She has the ability to control the weather. All right. It'd be really cool if she came to Florida because our weather's kind of crazy. But what you're going to need is you're going to need a cylindrical jar. Okay. Could be a jar just like this one. If you have a lid for it, that is great. If not, you will need something to stir it with. You also need dish soap and vinegar. All right, so these are the materials that you will need to create a storm in a jar. So we're going to see what it feels like to be storm. All right, so I already have a jar that is 3/4 full of water. Okay, so if we were to break this jar down into 4 sections, we would want to fill up 1, 2, 3. We need 3/4 of the jar full of water. I have added a little bit of yellow food dye just so that it's easier for you to see. I've done the same thing in this jar here. Again, it's 3/4 full of water. So 1, 2, 3, and that 4th is going to be left empty. You can pause the video if you need to so that you can fill up your containers with water. All right, so our next step is we are going to use 1/8 of a cup of soap if you have a larger container. All right, if you have a smaller container, then you need less soap. We're going to pour that in to our container. Then we're going to take 1 teaspoon of vinegar You might need to get an adult to help. All right, and you're gonna pour it into the container.
Would you like a sidekick? I can hold it up for the camera.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to stir really, really fast. As you can see, we have a tornado. The vinegar and the dish soap, they act like the warm and cold air that swirl around to create a tornado. All right. So isn't that cool? Now you can repeat this and stir it up again and make as many tornadoes as you want.
I love the funnel that we can see inside. That is really cool.
Now we could do the same thing with the smaller jar. You need less soap and less vinegar. Sorry, forgetting my words. All right, and we need less vinegar to do the same thing. Now, if you find that you're not getting a funnel for your tornado, you might just need to add a little more dish soap. And we're not really getting a big funnel here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add more dish soap.
Ooh.
And we can see that it's swirling around in there.
See it swirling? Okay.
And then this time,
Starting to go. Very nice. You can see it kind of swirling at the bottom here. Very cool.
all right. So we would love to see your crystals once they've had a chance to fully crystallize. And we would love to see videos of your tornadoes. So please see the link at the bottom and upload your videos or your pictures. And be sure to tag us with hashtag SuperOrca or hashtag SteamOrca. And we look forward to seeing all of your wonderful creations. Have a wonderful time.
Bye, superheroes.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.